Jai Shri Mataji. Let us all bow down to Shri Mataji, raise our Mother Kundalini and put Bandhan. Shri Ganesh Mantra. Let us now listen to Shri Mataji's speech.
So I said, this is not good. I should open. Yes, you will, because you are a mother. I am not a mother. So he went inside, and the disciple told me, Mother, he hanged me by legs on top of this well. For 3 days I was hanging there. I said, for what? Why did he hang you there? She said, don't ask anyone. Then he came in. Yes, I hanged you. Yes, I will again. So I said, why did you hang him? He was smoking. Because he was smoking, I hanged him there. I said, now smoke. And I was putting him down, up and down. I said, I'm smoking you. And he tortured him like this. I said, but why should you do such a horrible thing? He says, otherwise, how will you discipline? I'm not a mother. I don't know how to discipline. This is the only way I can discipline him. And he said, you go on spoiling him, but I'm going to discipline him. Like, all right, I said, you shut up now, just now, don't talk. But let me put his agya right. And I took about 2 minutes to put his agya right. I said, his agya is all right now. Then he said, did he promise you that he will not smoke? I said, he did not. So he said, you better ask him the promise. Otherwise, I will not allow him to eat his food for 3 days. I said, Baba, this is a horrible guru. God save his disciple from this guru. But you see what he was meaning, that there should be a discipline in a disciple. There has to be a complete understanding that he is the guru. But he said, look at these people. How are they? They take liberties with you, they trouble you so much, they try to be funny with you. Still you don't say anything to them. I said, I don't have to say. I know how to correct them. So this is the quality of the mother who can correct people. She knows who doubts them. She knows who thinks wrong about her. She knows who thinks rightly about her. She knows everything. If she knows everything, she doesn't have to worry. She is completely secured about it. And she doesn't have the insecurity of the guru that one day the disciple will misbehave or anything, because she knows how to correct. The other day I met one gentleman, a surgeon. And he came to me and he started explaining to me, Mother, you don't know this happened. I said, no, I don't know anything, isn't it? You think I don't know anything? He said, yes, Mother, how will you know? I'll tell you one thing, that you play lot of cricket in your childhood until you came to Surge Yoga. Yes, that's true. How do you know? I said, that's how I know. So I know or not? Then you know. Then he accepted, all right, you know, Mother, all about me. I don't know how you know. But she's Avalokiteshwari. She's the one who sees everything. She knows. Somehow or other, she knows. How she knows, that cannot be explained at this stage. But she knows each and everything what you are doing if she wants to. And the third quality of a mother is that she's a Mahamaya. She talks like you, sits like you, she'll behave like you, everything will be just like you. And you won't be able to make out the depth of this woman who is a Mahamaya. Because she plays such tricks on you and such things in such a beautiful way that you cannot make it out. You think that you are all right. You go to a person and you tell anything you feel like about mother, you try to do anything, and ultimately you discover that everything she knows. And when you discover that, gradually you start understanding, then when she knows everything about me, I better be all right. And how does she know? Because she resides in your center heart. She knows everything what you have been doing, what you are doing, what you are thinking of doing. So, what does she do? Sankalpa vikalpa karoti. Whatever sankalpas you are making, she'll make it fall. If you say, no, I have decided, Mother, to do this, and I am going to do it, it will fail. You have to judge yourself as a real son of your mother. As in Bombay or any place, we tried to get some land, nobody could get it. We tried. You see, they said black market money, bribery, corruption. I said, nothing doing, I'm not going to do any of those things. So they said, then Mother, how are we to achieve it? I said, you will achieve it, don't you worry. Then they started saying she's not practical, she's this, she's that. And everybody who said turned out to be very impractical. Ultimately, I said, when you will be ready for Surge Yoga, then you will get the land and the ashram. Because once you start an ashram and have some money there, you will find all kinds of booths will join together and will make fun with the money that has been collected. There won't be any proper arrangement, no proper discipline. And that is why the time has to be given for children to learn through making errors, through making mistakes, and understanding what mistakes we are making and how we have to correct it. Once they start understanding it, then it is very easy to communicate to them what they are supposed to do, what they have done is wrong, and how to correct it. But as long as they think they are very wise, as long as they think they are extremely nice people, and that they are on their own, mother says, all right, go ahead, doesn't matter. Now you must know that mother has saved people from that Bhavasagara with such great difficulty. It's not easy to do that. It's a tremendous task. Sometimes to raise the Kundalini of thousands of people, I feel like a big mountain I have to raise. It's terrible. But people, on the whole, who are not yet corrected, think they are obliging me by taking realization. This is a very common feeling with human beings. And I feel like laughing at the stupidity of the ego, that they are obliging me by taking this realization. And the way they talk is all on this terminology. I came, I was sitting there for 3 days, I never got realization, as if I have done some criminal act. So, the whole attitude of a person gradually changes towards the mother, and he starts thinking that she is here for my well-being, and my well-being is her only concern about me. Somehow she'll achieve my realization. She's working very hard, and I must cooperate. I must learn to cooperate. It is for my hita, for my good she's doing it, and I should try to understand that it is for my good. When such an attitude is developed, it is much easier to establish a disciple. But this disciple is different from a son or a daughter, because mother is a guru, no doubt. Mother is a guru from the very beginning you are born. But for a mother, it is very difficult to be as harsh as these gurus are. Not at all, nowhere near them. One cannot beat them in the harshness. But it is for you in your own wisdom to understand how to behave, how to ask for realization, how to change your attitude. Because if you think too much of yourself and you try to show off, she'll say, yes, you are very great, really, you are very, very great, till you suddenly discover that you have developed 2 big horns on your head and now you are good for nothing. Then she will say, all right, now come along. You have developed this disease, I'll put you right. So better not do all those things. On one side, she is willing to go all out to save you from all troubles. Like supposing you have some heart trouble, if you have any other trouble, she'll go all out to save you. It's not easy to cure anybody's heart. People think that mother has cured us, so it's all right, take it for granted. It's not so. When you get Sahaja Yoga, you'll be surprised that when you try to cure one person, you will fall sick for 3 days. It's not easy to cure. And those people who cure sometimes do it through bhoots also. Those who have bhoots can also cure, because they themselves are bhoots. What can happen to the bhoots? They cure people but put one bhoot into the patient in such a way that that patient becomes a slave. And such bhutish people can be curer, faith healers, or anything like supra-conscious, all sorts of people. But when they cure any person, be sure they are putting another more serious problem into. They do not cure you, really. They actually are putting some diseases into you or into the patients. It's a very risky game. But a Sahaja Yogi, if he tries to cure somebody, because he cannot put somebody else in that vacuum, he gets a problem himself. He's sucked in. So, my advice is always for every Sahaja Yogi that you should not cure anyone. There is no need for you to cure by touching. You should use my photograph, you can distribute my photograph, tell people how to cure themselves. But don't cure anybody, because you will have problems, because you are not a bhoot. And you will be hit hard, so be careful about it. Don't try to cure anyone, only use the photograph. By using the photograph, the Shraddha will be there, the person will be steady, and you will be all right. Like yesterday we had some patient here, and some people felt the compassion, for that. And they all got up. There was no need to feel compassion. Have you got more compassion than I have? What was the need to bring the patient here? There was no need, but they both got up. So there is no need to bring any patients to me. That's not the way to behave. Never bring any patient. If there's a patient, leave them alone. Tell them, mother will look after you. We have nothing to say. There's a photograph, you must use the photograph, get your treatment done with the photograph, and you get cured. Otherwise, first thing that will happen to you, that you'll catch on your center heart. Because that's not your job. You are not to do that. If you try to do it, actually it is your ego sometimes that makes you think that you should cure a person, sometimes. And when you try to do through your ego, you get into trouble. Not that you cannot cure, you can. But you have to be of that level. When you try to cure a person, you do not become a supraconscious personality, means you don't become ego-oriented. But they do, ultimately they are all of them. Those who have tried to cure others and do like that, they have gone out of Sahaja Yoga completely, becoming just mediums. They have become mediums, horrible people. When they talk on the phone, I feel somebody is pouring poison into my ears. They are so horrid that you can't imagine. So it is important for people who get realization not to indulge into any curing, because they will develop this center heart. Center heart can be developed in countries where there's all fear, people are frightened. It can be developed by other things by which people are frightened. Reading books of bad gurus and reading the books about shocking things, like many people who read the Kundalini's book have got center heart because they are so frightened about the Kundalini. Anything that frightens you, if you read, can make your heart very, very weak and dangerous. Now we have two other sides to this center heart. Is the mother's heart, is her own brother, is Vishnu, takes incarnation as Sri Rama on the right hand, who we think is the father, who is looking after his children. So that is the father and this is the mother, though here the father and the mother are in two aspects, that the mother is the sister of the father, and father is the mama of the disciple, of the sadhakas. The mama is a greater father than a father, as you all know. And so this uncle, who is the incarnation of Sri Narayana, looks after the protected disciples of the mother. He gives that father's understanding to the children, because at this stage this Father, God Almighty, is not known, who is Shiva. So this uncle looks after the children till they are grown up enough to meet their father. And that is how we can say that Parvati or Uma or Devi, she comes to her mother's place, Maika, and resides in this center heart. And there her brother protects her children. When she gives realization to children or gives them second birth, then this mama looks after the sister's children and helps them to build up the security of a father. So the right side of every human being represents the fatherhood. The fatherhood. And the fatherhood of a man is very important. If this center is spoiled or if there's something wrong with it, then you get asthma as a disease. Asthma is only caused by this center being spoiled or some other combinations with this center. Asthma is very common among girls and boys, and the relationship with the father or the understanding of the father or your own fatherhood is not all right, you get this trouble of asthma, and for that one has to ask the questions to the sadhakas, what sort of a father you have. And one gentleman came and asked me, why everybody is asking me what sort of a father you have? Everybody asked me, what about your father? What about your father? What has my father to do with me? Actually, everybody feels the right heart and they have to ask about the father, because father resides in the right heart. And the principle of fatherhood, if it is spoiled, if there is a problem with the principle of fatherhood, then you get this problem and many other problems, which I do not want to discuss now at length. But you can understand a person who has no father, how diffident he is and how he behaves. And also such people, those who have not known a father, can become very wayward, licentious or permissive, or could be very much secretly licentious. The people who lose their father do not have that they lack in that discipline that the father gives them. Or could be such people could take to a very remorse and unhappy life, or they could be very hard on their children, or could be extremely kind and spoil the children. It could be anyway. So it has both the reactions, either too much of love giving or too much of strictness. It can be anything, or a person could be of this kind, may be very strict in childhood and could be extremely lavish in old age. It is a very imbalanced personality. So the person who has no father has to know that his father is Sri Rama. He should not worry about anything. He is a one with one arrow he can kill any number of people. So he should have no fear at all about his father not being there or father being dead or something happening like that. On the contrary, if the father is dead, it's better to tell him not to worry about you and that you are all right, so that you leave your father in peace and ask him to take his birth than to bind him to this earth. This is the right heart, and the left heart is the mother, actually your own mother, whosoever it is. That is the motherhood, in the sense that if your mother has been extremely unkind and extremely funny, or your relationship with mother is bad, then know that there's something wrong on the left hand, which is indicated in you. So these 2 points are very important in human beings. If a Sahaja just decides that I have a father and a mother, God Almighty is my father and my mother, then these problems can be easily solved. But in Sahaja, it is not what you think that works out. It does not. Like in the car, if you sit down and think that I'm going to Connaught Place, you won't move. You have to move your hands. In the same way, in Sahaja, you have to move your hands, clear your chakras, move them higher and put them up. It's not what you think is important in Sahaja, not at all. You may think that I'm doing very well in Sahaja, I'm very good, but it's not so. It is what you actually achieve. Your ascent is the point. So as in the car, as I told you, you cannot just sit down and think and do the job. In the same way, you have to run this machine and you have to see that you get all this movement. There should be gati in you. Otherwise, there is no sense in just talking about Sahaja, thinking about Sahaja and convincing yourself that you are a great Sahaja. It is how you manifest it is the point, which very few people understand. Very, very few people understand that it has to be manifesting. It has to be karyanvit. It is not just talk morning till evening. Even when I am talking, now I am opening your heart center. I am working it. Even I am talking also, I am opening. It's working. You will see your heart chakra is open by the time I finish my lecture. It is so, because I know how to do it. When I talk, I am just watching where the chakras are catching, what's happening, and I'm catching all these points and touching it and trying to open it. And that's how it should be. That even when you talk, it should be karyanvit. Even when you are quiet and raising your hands, it should be karyanvit. Whatever you do, you should be karyanvit. Even if you glance at anyone, it should be karyanvit. It should not be just a kind of a jabbering that we do sometimes about Sahaja. The greatest fear human beings have, that they think they have done lots of mistakes. And these mistakes are too many, and they can never get realization. They'll be doomed, they'll be going to hell. This is not at all true. Nobody is going to go hell if you do not want to. If you want to stop it, you can stop it. The time has come. You are going to be blessed, and blessed forever. So may God bless you. Today's lecture I have given you in a way that you should understand the importance of confidence, but not by saying I am confident, because when you say outwardly, you are actually egoistical. But when you say in your vibrations, then you are confident. May God bless you. Today I am sorry I have to go for a dinner tonight, and I won't be able to spare much time today for touching feet, because yesterday my brother came home for dinner and I reached 11 o'clock, so went away without eating food. Again today he is coming, so I hope today you'll excuse me for my brother, because after all I must look after your mama also sometimes. May God bless you.
Mahamantras.
त्वमेव साक्षात् श्रीकल्की साक्षात् श्री आदिशक्ति माताजी श्री निर्मला देवे नमो नमः। ॐ त्वमेव साक्षात् श्रीकल्की साक्षात् श्री सहस्रार स्वामिनी मोक्ष प्रदायिनी माताजी श्री निर्मला देवे नमो नमः।
Thank you, Shri Mataji, for this beautiful meditation. Let us all bow down to Shri Mataji, raise our Mother Kundalini, and put Bandhan. We will continue again tomorrow morning, same time. Jai Shri Mataji.